Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing you an update what's going on at the garage. So, 1987 GMC V-3500. GMC used the V designation, and then the 3500 is for the one-ton vehicle. The V is for it's a four-wheel drive. So there you go, a little lesson. It's not a K30, it is a V-3500. So we are coming along very nice on this truck. We have done all the brakes. We now have brakes on this truck, so if we have to move it, we can stop it as well. We have also moved, if you look right there, you'll see that wire harness over there. We have moved it from this rail to this rail, and the reason we did that is because on that rail there, they set up the fuel lines with the pump on the inside of that rail. Not a big deal. It's a good place to put it, but they used rubber fuel lines, and I do not like having electrical near rubber, especially that they're running fuel. And the reason for that is if you ever have a short in this and it catches on fire, and it happens, this will melt those rubber fuel lines. You have an electric fuel pump that's pushing 55 pounds of fuel. That fuel line is going to melt. Once that fuel line melts because of this fire, you are going to have a huge fire on your hands. It is going to turn into a huge nightmare. So one of my rules is, period, unacceptable to have a fuel line and electric line run on the same frame rail. You run your fuel line on this side, you run your electrical on this side. Done. End of statement. So that's that. The next thing we're working on is this truck came with a pre-bent exhaust system, and you can see it right down there, rolling right down there. The problem we're having is this pre-bent was not meant for this truck. It was meant for a standard two-wheel drive truck. The problem is, if you look right under there, you'll see that pipe is hitting the bottom of the transfer case right there. So we are going to have to do a little bit of creative pipe bending to get it around that transfer case. And then on this side, this pipe is hitting the power takeoff unit to work the dump bed. It's the hydraulics unit. So we have this pipe that is going to be touching that bracket right there. So we're going to have to do a little creative bending to get it around there. And the mufflers would normally have gone right over here. Problem again is we have hydraulic lines in the way. We also have the PTO in the way. So we're going to move the muffler from there. We are going to put it back here on this. So we got the dual mufflers that are going to go right here and right here. And that will get the muffler away from the hydraulic line. So that hydraulic line comes around, goes over here, and hooks into the hydraulic tank. From there, it goes into the PTO, and from the PTO, it goes to the bed. So that's going on underneath over there. Then we have all of the electrical that we're just about finished up with on the inside of the cab. And you can see how nice the electrical's coming out. All of the branches have been separated, and everything is run the way it should be, the way they did it when it came out of the factory. And you can see how nice everything looks. You have all of your branches, every one you need. This is your power stuff, so like power seats, power windows, power door locks, all that kind of stuff. That's what that would control. This is for your dashboard. It is all of your turn signal and dash lights. This is also for your dashboard. This controls all of your gauges. Then you have this wire here, which is part of the dash system, and it controls other little odds and ends on it. You have this wire here, which controls stuff for your dashboard. Over here, you have all of your fan stuff. This is a radio, by the way. So Every wire, every branch has been separated and sent to the proper spot that it is supposed to be in. And there you can see your dashboard, and you can see where all your plugs are, and it goes all into this main harness. And this is your actual dashboard. This is all of the gauges, and there they are. That's all of your gauges right there. So everything should work beautifully. Everything should work fine. Nice, the way it should be. The next thing we have, and I'll let it just sit there for now. The next thing we have is now we're starting to get underneath the hood. We have found out that we had the wrong fan shroud cover, so we're going to replace that. We had a few issues with some of the wiring under here that we're moving and putting it to where it needs to be. We also have to finish all of the power steering and the hydraulic brake power booster. We have to get all the hoses run to that, get all that finished. We already have this hose all made up. We have all these hoses all made up and ready to go. We have to run all the wiring to the hood. This is for your under hood light, so when you open up the hood, the little light goes on up here. Then we got to get all the foam in there, or the insulation in there. We have some more wiring run in the back, and we're going to get all that finished. Another thing we had found is they had the wrong pulley for the crankshaft. They had a 2-groove pulley. Well, the problem that you have with that is you now have the addition of the air conditioning compressor, then you have the power steering pump, and the alternator and the water pump that all have to be run on the belt system. This belt is a dual belt. They also used a single pulley down here. Should be a dual pulley. So we're going to change this out to a dual pulley. We're going to change that out to the correct triple pulley setup, because as you can see here, this pulley is larger than these two pulleys. This pulley lines up with the water pump pulley, and both of those are the same size. So you have to have this one and the third one the same size. So we're going to change all that out. This was just a pulley I had laying around. I just wanted to make sure that with this pulley, all of these other pulleys are going to line up, and the belts will run straight and true. So you can see right there, that's going to run straight and true if we had the pulley, the water pump pulley tight. And then this will run straight and true with that. Here you can see we're missing that back pulley. So we're going to change that out, like I said, to a dual pulley power steering pump. And that will take care of a lot of the issues that we're having with lining everything up. Radiator, again, we have to get new brackets for that because they had the wrong ones. And just keep moving on this truck. We're going to start hooking all of the wiring up now inside the engine compartment and start getting this engine compartment all settled in and everything all right. So there you go, guys. I know it was a long one, a lot of talking, but we're moving along nicely on this truck. Can't wait to get it done. Can't wait to get it started. It should run really nice. So I will talk to everybody later. Have fun. Okay, bye.